Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today is Tuesday the 25th of August 2026. Starting off on the monthly time frame. I hope you guys have been well. So just starting off in the monthly time frame, focusing on this particular piece of price action here. I've been having this channel, so currently I do believe that this is the corrective move of this one, because somebody could still say that we are in a downtrend because this here is still the swing high, swing low. If I take my fibs from here to here, you can see that we are still currently just in between the 78.6. So I am still, a bit skeptical, but for now I can see that price was resisting. Was resisting or supporting, was refusing to go below this particular support level of the 1.39. So my bias at the moment is just to be on the buy side, simply because we just have still not been able to break below this particular level here. So I'll not be shocked if price wants to maybe push up, maybe back up to this channel here, and maybe back up to that particular swing point. You can see we do have a couple of swing points here, and then we see what happens. If at all it wants to continue downwards, which I won't be shocked, because again, this is still in a downtrend, and in my opinion, this is the corrective move. So just have to wait and see. But because that is a bit of a long shot, I'm going to be moving over to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, this is now where I can see things a bit more clearly. I have been bullish on the pound USD, simply because on the weekly time frame I can see that we were squeezing in this particular symmetrical triangle. We had a breakout, which is nice. You can see we just broke above this particular level here, and the main reason I was bullish is just because for me I was getting more indication from here based off these candlesticks. You can see we had two bullish engulfing candlesticks at the 1.319. so I will not be shocked if price maybe wants to do more of a push up. I don't know if right now we want to retrace and then we continue upwards, because again, if we measure the distance between this symmetrical triangle to the base to the height, or whatever this is, you can see that it makes sense to have that type of breakout, because you can see like it also goes to the top here, almost to like the 1.343 thereabout. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, personally, I'd just like to be on the buy side, because also this particular piece of price action here, as well as this particular candlestick, is quite nice. I do think if somebody was probably, let's say if I even saw this like on the 1 hour time frame, I would be very interested in taking a buy from here and then maybe targeting a 1:2, maybe back up to that wick over there. So let's see. You never know. I'm not a position trader, but I'm just saying, for example, if one entered here based off this candlestick, that also makes sense. So that's why for me, I'd rather be on the buy side. I'm not seeing any signs of selling pressure whatsoever. I did not like these candlesticks that are forming on this trend line. So yeah, nothing too much to add there. On the daily time frames, now we can see things a bit more clearly. So on the daily time frame, currently we are at the 1.364. And now on the daily time frame, I'm going to show you somewhere where I'm a bit stuck, because I'm actually currently in a trade and we're about to expound on that. But on the daily time frame, you can see we had this impulsive move. This is now the breakout. So at the moment, I don't know if price would really want to, make that continue. Pull back before maybe continuing. I don't know if price would want to come maybe to down here or even further down. Personally, I'm hoping that it continues pushing upwards, because again, you can see like the last time, for example, when we were around these prices here, you can see there was a time where price pushed up without necessarily even making like that type of decent pullback that a lot of people are hoping for. So I'll not be shocked if maybe price wants to continue pushing up like a big impulsive move before that correction, for example, here in February 2026. But let's see what happens, because there's some candles forming here. You can see on the daily time frame, yesterday's daily candle, we had this indecision candle with a long wick, little volume to, selling pressure was little, as well as buying pressure. So it's a bit tricky at the moment. So this is the 1.364. Now going over to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, I do have this trend line. Maybe I'll hide this because I believe you guys understand what this was. That was that triangle situation. But just for a clear picture, I will return it back. This is the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, this the buys, the higher highs, lows looks quite nice to me. If I do take, for example, my fib, okay guys, so first of all, I did mention that I'm in a buy, but I don't really like the fact that we had this little bearish engulfing candle forming underneath this 1.364. For me currently, okay guys, first of all, let me finish with my analysis. Hold on. So if I take my fibs from the swing low to the swing high around here, 38.2 price was tapped here, I think last week, and then now yesterday we had another level here. So what I was hoping for yesterday on Monday was just a type of pullback, which I got. I also got a 1 hour candle stick confirmation on the 1 hour time frame, hence I ended up taking a buy. But I don't know if price would want to make a deeper pullback, because honestly, in my opinion, it would be safer for price to come even back to the to the 61.8, which also lines up with the weekly key level of the 1.358. But again, I will not be shocked if price wants to just continue pushing upwards, because we were in a very volatile, type of uptrend even from the weekly time frame. So yeah, on the 4 hour time frame, I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a type of reaction, because when I go to the 1 hour time frame, I do have a key level here, this 1.33620. And again, the main reason why I entered a buy yesterday, which I'm currently in and I'm hoping for the best, was because I did see a bullish engulfing candle here on the 1 hour time frame, bouncing off Friday's low. So I did end up taking a buy. I believe my position is currently looking something like this. I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical, because again, I do have a big target for this one. But the thing is, it's currently pressure. It's currently pressure because I had this particular line here, and this now is forming like a descending triangle. And usually with a descending triangle, if you measure again from the height to the base, if we do have a type of breakout, let's say towards the downside, you can see we'll come back to the 1.3588 if at all we do break below. But if at all we do, break above, again, this could be good for me if at all the buys work. But I'm a bit unsure, guys. All I'm hoping for is that Nisifinwe because I've just been trying to stick to the trend this time around. I did like this particular 1 hour candle here. And also I can see even from the 10 a.m. Candle just closed. So this is also quite nice, because we do have another bullish engulfing candle here, which if I was trading or if I was looking for a position today, this would have been something that I'd be interested in taking as well. So yeah, it's not the safest one, but again, it has shown according to my strategy. The only thing I'd say I don't like about this is that it's not exactly at the 38.2. It's also not at the 23.6. But I guess because it's a zone, I'll just have to stick to my bias and hope for the best. If at all this particular trend line, holds and price drops, then I guess I'll take my L. But for now, I'm hoping for the best. So I hope I've made sense. So currently, yeah, if I was taking a trade, I'd probably enter with this candle here. But if this didn't form, I'd probably be waiting for some type of pullback, maybe even to down here before looking for those buys. But who knows? Now, if at all price continues breaking up, I would also like to see maybe from, let's say, like a type of re-entry, maybe a buy from something like this also looks quite nice. So we'll just wait and see, guys. We'll just wait and see. But long story short, I prefer to be on the buy side. Last week I also got a really, really nice trade here. I did update on my Instagram because I wasn't too active here, but I got this buy here from these two pin bars. There was also a bullish engulfing candle that formed on the 4 hour time frame, and it was a type of 1:3. Sorry, guys. And this is the type of trade I took last week. So far in August, I've only had 3 trades. So this is my current 3rd trade. So the first one was an L that I believe I expanded on, and then this is my 2nd trade, and now my 3rd trade is the one that I'm currently in and hoping for the best. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. If you're going to be buying or selling, I'm very curious to hear. I'm really hoping that price continues pushing upwards. If at least we do get a type of close above this 1.364, that will be nice. So yeah, also guys, if you watched my previous video, I did mention that I'm about to purchase my next prop firm, which is between funded next and also the 5%ers. So here on Prop Firm Match, because this is what I'm using to compare my platforms, I did mention that I was watching out for payouts. And one thing that you need to do, guys, if you are looking to purchase a prop firm, you want to come over to Prop Firm Match. And then for me now, because I don't think I expanded on that one in my last video, but when you come here to the extreme right, which is payouts, you click on payouts, and then you will see the prop firms that are now giving out payouts. So for example, you can see all-time Lucid Trading, for example, here has total payouts of over $600 million, which is really, really nice. Now, you can see all the type of prop firms here. You can see the amounts that they've been paying people out. For example, here, Funded Next, which is what I'm considering, has total payouts of over $246 million. this is very reassuring because it lets me know that, okay, this prop firm is actually paying traders out. You can see number of payouts here, largest single payout, $280,000, which is quite nice because it lets you know that people are making some good things, some good money here. Average payout size, for example, here, funded the next, 917, which is quite decent, quite average. Payout time, almost in terms of median time, 24 hours. So usually it comes around 24 hours, which is quite nice again, because currently I've not really had a prop firm that's paying me out as quickly. Usually it takes like about a day or two. So this is something that's giving me a bit more confidence. And you can see, like, even when you click, for example, on the details, it'll give you like the details in terms of the payout tracking. Now here, for example, it's the last 365 days. So what I'm looking at is for example, the month. So you can see here currently in August, we're about to close the month, and it's had a total payouts of around 6 million. Is it? Yes, $6 million. Quite nice. Yeah, so this is good. This means this prop firm is active. So you guys know I'm currently in between 5%ers and funded next. Yes, I have been doing my due diligence this past week ever since I made that video. So this is interesting. So you can see here, for example, today, which is August 25th, somebody has had a payout of $93 and their account size was 5K, which is nice because usually with prop firms, they do have minimum amounts. So if you're able to at least even withdraw $93, that's still quite nice. Payout waiting time, 3 minutes, average return of the account size, 6,000. So you can see like prop firm match really gives you really, really nice details. For example, here, Europe is leading on funded next in terms of payouts. Asia, Africa, we are representing strong. So we've had like total payouts of around $18 million this past year. So quite interesting. Sorry. So yeah, guys, check out prop firm match. Links are in the description. Stay tuned for my next video because I will be choosing between those two. But follow me on Instagram because I'm about to be giving hints on which prop firm I'll be choosing. Let me know in the comments. Links are in the description. Prop firm match for the win. Okay, so now here we are currently where this is where price is. I'm hoping for the best again, but let me now go to the DXY because the DXY is the one that is, is the king of all these prices. So the DXY, I've been having this channel here. We do have a type of double top, so you can see here we rejected the 101.5 2 times, and I do believe if this is going to be valid, then price has the potential of coming all the way back down to here and even down here. You guys know, maybe I'll expound in another video, but again, I've been quite bearish on the DXY because I was just not convinced on the monthly time frame. Or let me just go to the monthly time frame quickly in case you're new to this channel. I can just explain that quickly. But the main reason I have not been convinced of any long-term bullish pressure maybe towards these sides or even up here, which of course I do know that price has the potential to go to, but at the moment the main reason I didn't like this is just because I did not see any candles here at the 96.8. You can see these particular candles here. We had this first bullish engulfing candle, which was nice, and actually this particular candle is the one that was like, oh, maybe now price can push. But then you guys can see that since 2025 June, we've just been hesitating around here. We had a tiny breakout here, but then again, like, I'm not seeing any proper confirmation in terms of candles to push this price up. So what I'm currently hoping for, or rather expecting, is for price to come even back down to this level here, 98.6, and then we see what happens from there, because I would like to see a type of reaction here. And if at all, like, my bias is correct and that double bottom, it works or whatever, then you can see it again makes sense for price to come down here. But right now, just focusing on what's happening, this is a downtrend. You can see we broke out of the channel. Again, with the DXY, I don't know if it would want to make like a deeper pullback here. I'm hoping not, because if it does, that means I will be stopped out. But again, it's not going to be shocking price action because better pullbacks are much better than shallow ones. So we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, on the DXY, I can see that currently we are just below this 98.950. If it pulls up, then I guess this level, the 99.7, would be decent. But let me go to the 4-hour time frame and see. So on the 4-hour time frame, I've been having this particular trend line here. Yeah, we had a really, really nice breakout. I did also update this on my Instagram. I loved what was happening here. I love that we had a breakout of the channel, which is this diagonal line here. And also from the diagonal line going downwards, we can see that we had like a very, very nice break and retest of the diagonal resistance and supports, and also this particular resistance here with a bearish engulfing candle. And you can see it dropped so nicely. So right now, I would like to look for other levels in between here because we do have this big imbalance. But right now, if I take my fibs, for example, from here to here, I can see that we're currently at the 50, which is quite cool. I don't know if this is like a valid double bottom, because if at all this here is a double bottom of any kind, then maybe price could even come all the way back up to here, which again, I won't be shocked. But for now, I'm hoping that my little trend line could work. But of course, I'm not depending on that. I'm just waiting to see in terms of, corrections. If at all, this will be decent enough, and then we can continue downwards. If that works, if that happens, I'll be good, because it will validate the buy that I'm currently in, for example, in my on GBPUSD. And yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. I hope I haven't talked too much, and I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying so far. But yeah, the DXY is just looking bearish. This looks like a pretty decent pullback. So let's see if we can start dropping from here, because I can see we have an imbalance. SMC traders, I can see we also have like a fair value gap. Yes, a fair value gap that's just been tapped. So let's see if this is enough confirmation. Yeah, also, maybe let me put this particular level here. This is the what? 100.80. So this one, I'm just doing it in real time. I'm just adding that here, but you can see still price hasn't really come to that particular resistance here of the 99.80. So let's see how this goes, guys. I hope for the best. I really hope I can close this August profitable, even though I did have a profitable trade, but I'm looking to at least make more profits because one of my the first trade that I took in August is currently in drawdown, a current -1. And then the trade that I got last week, I took it on my FTMO. So I'm currently waiting for a payout on that one. And then, yeah, we'll just see what happens. Anyway, that is it for today. In terms of the news, today we're clear. Monday, we don't have any news. Tuesday, 25th, we also don't have any news, which is today. And on Wednesday, so tomorrow, we do have price index, which I'm hoping won't be too volatile. They're usually not as scary, but again, have to still be on standby, especially when it comes to risk management on my prop firm account. I do take trades on my broker account as well, which is my personal account, but when news comes, I'm not usually too scared. So yeah, Thursday, no news. And then on Friday, we have the chairman who's speaking, who's Warsh, at 5 p.m. East African time. And then we also have a symposium, which I believe, I don't know if this is lasting the whole day or is it at 5? I don't know the exact time of this symposium, but this could be interesting because usually when these type of long type of days events, there's usually a lot of volume. So let's see how this week goes. I hope I've made sense. Yeah, hoping for the best. We'll see how it goes. In case of anything, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I am quite active there. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.